Hello, scholars, and welcome to the third lesson in our polynomial flipbook. Today we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting polynomials. I'm going to show you two methods. I'll show you which one I prefer, and then I'll give you a chance to pick which one you prefer and practice it. So here we go. I'm going to show you the horizontal method first. I think I tend to use the horizontal method first or most often, and really I and you probably will too jump to not needing one of these methods, but we're going to practice these methods today just to make sure that we're doing it correctly. And then once you get good at it, you can really just combine the like terms on both sides, and you're golden, okay? Because really what we're going to say is that when I see a whole bunch of addition and subtraction, I know that I can reorder that in whatever way I want to, okay? We just need to make a note. Be careful with subtraction. Distribute. The negative. Okay? That's where, if you're going to mess up on this, that's probably where it's going to be, okay? If this was negative, well, then this is negative, and this is going to become positive, and this is going to become negative, okay? So we're going to be careful with that, but let's get to it. So horizontal method is just basically grouping like terms. So we're going to say that since this is all addition and subtraction, I can just group this however I want. So I could really just call this 5x squared plus 3x squared. I'm just putting the like terms together. Plus 6x minus some x plus my constant terms, negative 3 plus 9. Now that I've got these grouped, I've just rearranged this, and at a certain point, you're just probably going to do this in your head. Once we get to this point, we're just going to combine our like terms. I've got 5x squareds plus 3x squareds. That makes 8x squareds. I've got 6x's minus an x. That gives me 5x's. And I've got negative 3 plus 9. That gives me a positive 6. And this is our final answer. These are all different terms. This has an x squared in it, this has an x, and this is just a constant, so we can't combine those in any way. And we're just going to leave this like this in simplest form. Now, we could have done this a different way. We could have also done this the vertical method, and all we're going to do is we're going to write this top thing, and we're going to set it up like an addition problem that you grew up with as an elementary student. We're going to say plus 3x squared, and you're just lining up the like terms, minus an x plus 9. And then you draw your line, and you're really like doing columns now, okay? So I've got negative 3 plus 9, that's 6. I've got 6x minus an x is 5x's. And I've got the 5x squared plus 3x squared is 8x squared. So either way, we get the same thing. You try. Go ahead and pause the video and see what you get. I'll do both strategies here for you real quick. I am going to put my y to the thirds together. I am going to put my y squareds together. I am going to put my y's together. And we get 18y to the third minus, I've got a negative 9y squared because negative 11 plus 2 is negative 9. So I just make that a subtraction sign. You could say plus negative 9, but at this point, I think you probably feel comfortable doing this. 4y's minus 3y's give us a y. And then we could, of course, do it the horizontal method as well and just line this stuff up. Either way, you're going to get 18y to the third minus 9y squared plus a y. Okay? And we're going to learn what more we can do with this coming up soon. But we're getting to here where we don't have any like terms. And since that's just a simple expression, we don't really need to do more with it. Okay, so example 2. Subtracting polynomials. When we have subtraction, it means to subtraction means to just 1 second here. Means to I'm gonna say distribute. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what this word is supposed to be here. But the subtraction sign means that everything that comes after it is negative. This is negative. This is positive. Maybe we should say to change the signs. Okay? Everything that comes after it is going to be negative here. Okay, so let's look at the horizontal method again, okay? So I've got 7x to the third minus, and we're going to say minus 4x to the third plus, and I'm always going to make this a plus sign for me, negative 9x. And then I've got a negative, which makes a positive 5x's. And then I've got 13 minus 7. And maybe I should have shown you this at first, but what I always do here for these problems, I always just do this. I make this a plus, and I change all of these signs before I do anything else. That makes, I love it as an addition problem instead. I just always make them addition problems. And that means that this is much easier. Now I see the negative 4x to the third. I see the plus 5x. I see the negative 7. And if you just make it into an addition problem, I think it is so much easier. Okay, I've got my x to the thirds. 7 minus 4 is 3. Negative 9 plus 5 is negative 4x's. And 13 minus 7 is 6. Same thing here. If you line this up as an addition problem, we get 7x to the third minus 9x plus 13. Now you could do it like it was and call this minus blah, 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 blah. But I prefer to make an addition problem again. Change this. For me, that keeps me from making mistakes. And then this is going to be a negative 4x to the third plus 5x minus 7. And we get 3x to the third minus 4x plus 6. Now, you're probably saying, Mr. Gibbs, do I need to do all of this? And not necessarily. I mean, maybe you need to do this for a little bit. But if you're feeling pretty confident with this at this point, if you just change the signs and say, hey, I just need to combine like terms here, okay? But you need to understand we're doing this. If you don't understand we're doing this yet, that we're regrouping into like terms because everything's addition and subtraction, and with addition and subtraction, it doesn't matter what order I do it in. If you understand that principle, then maybe you're ready to skip this step. If that's you, you can go ahead and just say, okay, I'm combining like terms. I've got 3m squareds plus 4m squareds. I get 7m squareds. 10m minus 5m is 5m. And negative 2 plus 6 is 4. Okay? So if you want to jump to that, you are welcome to do that, okay? You just better be getting it right. If I don't see you doing this and I see you making a lot of mistakes, then I'm going to be frustrated because you're skipping an important cognitive step. And we just shouldn't be getting these wrong. But if you're getting them right every time and you get it and you get why you can do this, then I'm good with you just jumping straight to the answer, which is what I'm going to do on this practice page. You go ahead and do these, pause the video, try them on your own, and then come back to make sure that you have done them correct. So I'm combining like terms. Notice they're in different orders here. That's okay. That's okay. Just as long as you see it's 8p squared minus 3p squared is 5p squared. And then a positive plus a positive is 7. Okay, so I always change signs here. Okay, make sure you change everything. This positive becomes a negative. This negative becomes a positive. I get 30 and the third. This doesn't have a friend, so he's just going to hang out just like he was. 6 plus 10 is 16. I'm changing all my signs here. Okay, so this is 20. I don't have anything to the fourth. I'm going to be careful here. This is to the third, so I've got 21x to the fourth minus 19x to the third minus 3x squareds minus 32x plus, what is that? 43 plus 54 is 97. Okay, continuing on. I've got negative 5m squareds plus 8m, and I don't expect that you're doing it as fast as I am, okay? I'm just trying to get through this quickly. Make sure I don't make any mistakes. Okay, good. Plus negative. Okay. Oops. See, I'm probably going too fast as well. And this is especially where it might be helpful to group stuff. These cancel out, because negative 2 plus 2 is nothing at all, minus a k. And that's all we've got there. Last couple here. We've got, what is that, 8j to the third plus 11j squared minus 7j's. And again, these might up here have felt easy, but these maybe feel a little more challenging. This maybe is when you want to group this stuff and say, okay, let me make sure that I'm not going to make any mistakes here. Or maybe you're drawing arrows to help you know what goes with what. Okay. Well, let me know if you have any questions, or else you should know what to work on next. Thank you.